It was a record-setting Saturday as hundreds of participants in the 2019 Monument Marathon braved the elements on race day. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. And our top story, it was another successful weekend for the organizers of the Monument Marathon, and several records were set on the course. Things got started at 7:30 Saturday with cool, rainy conditions at the starting line. Race coordinator Jennifer Rising says the weather may have been a bit out of the ordinary for the race on Saturday, but everybody rose above the conditions.
It was pretty sloppy on the canal road, and I know that the bike marshals dealt with a lot back there. Our course marshals, volunteers all over dealt with the cold and the wind and the mud, but they did a great job.
It was a family affair in the full marathon, as a couple from Lingle, Wyoming had the fastest times in the men's and women's categories. Joe Wilson shaved nearly 5 minutes off of the men's course record and crossed the finish line in just under 2 hours, 45 minutes. His wife, Anne Marie, also had an impressive performance, cutting nearly 3 minutes off of the women's course record with a time of 3 hours, 18 minutes.
You know, just trying to run steady. So many things can happen in a marathon. You know, you can feel good at 20 and half a mile later you can completely unravel. So I was just trying to stay steady, keep the pace, keep the rhythm. I'm really grateful to Aaron Carrizales for running with me for 18 miles. He's a great runner, and that really helped to have someone to run with. And then when he peeled off at 18, you know, it was just kind of on my own and just kind of felt good enough to keep hammering, keep pressing, and just held it all the way to the end. And so it's a rush for sure, no doubt.
Well, I just wanted to stay steady, like Joe had mentioned. I started out strong, on pace, and I just kept telling myself, can't unravel, keep it together, you got this, run relaxed. Get to mile 18 when you hit that canal, and it's tough. That course is muddy, it was slippery, the wind is at your face, and I just pulled it together. You got this, don't unravel.
In all, more than 500 runners from New York to California and places in between took part in the races, the second most in the history of the marathon. Well, a 48-year-old Mitchell man is likely facing a 10-year prison sentence in mid-October after pleading no contest to his latest drug conviction. Cleveland Burnett was arrested back in June following a shoplifting investigation at Walmart, where he was allegedly serving as the driver in the getaway vehicle. When officers apprehended Burnett, they found nearly 10 grams of methamphetamine in his sock. Earlier this month, he pleaded no contest to a Class 4 felony charge of possession of a controlled substance, and prosecutors will be seeking the habitual criminal enhancement due to multiple previous felony convictions and would face a minimum of 10 years in prison when he is sentenced on October 18th. Well, coming up after the break, the Lawyers got your full week weather forecast. We'll be back with that right after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wick, Assistant Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that purchasing a home is more expensive than renting. The truth is, with interest rates so low, there has never been a better time to purchase a home, making your monthly mortgage payment lower than a rent payment. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Name one other restaurant that makes their barbecue with brown sugar bacon and sauce with Kentucky bourbon that's been aged in charred oak barrels. Charred oak barrels, people. And we have a drive-thru. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Going to be an active couple of days as temps are on their way down. Partly cloudy skies early will turn mostly cloudy as we get late in the evening, and then showers are going to form, especially overnight into tomorrow. Temperatures falling into the low 40s by 9, still in the low 40s, and we're going to hang out there for most of the day tomorrow. Showers again are going to develop tonight. Quite cold tomorrow especially, not necessarily tonight, but tomorrow quite cold. And then I think we'll have a frost or freeze when things clear out Wednesday night. We'll show you that here in a moment as well. And then things should warm up for a fairly nice weekend. Speaking of warm, 91 degrees yesterday, missed a record by 2. We were 20 degrees above normal. We didn't get back to that 71 today, so we were 20 degrees colder today than yesterday, and we're going to be that much colder again tomorrow. Nothing in the rain gauge. Had some over the weekend. Right about normal. That's where we're going to end September and put us 4 and change still above normal for the year. Well, here's where we've been the last couple of weeks. This shows the high temperature and then the departure from normal. So we've been, go back 2 weeks ago, upper 80s, all these red shaded areas, the darker the red, the more above normal we've been. The blue shaded areas, this is right at just slightly below, but 0 degrees, so right at normal. On Saturday, we only hit 59. That was 13 degrees below normal. Swung that back up almost 35 degrees to 91 yesterday, 20 degrees above normal. Lots of red here on the map. We're done with that for the foreseeable future because we have a strong cold front and then an adjacent cold front coming behind it. So the first one, it's very evident where it's here right now. These are current temperatures. 84 in Lyman, 90 in McCook. That's on the far side of this. 90 in Goodland, 88 in Hastings, 58 in Watertown. Look at Rapid City, just 44 degrees. This blue shaded area, this is the stronger of the fronts behind it that's going to bring the even colder air. 73 right now in Ogallala, 50 in Lusk. A big variance in temperatures here across the region. And winds also with this system have been out of the northeast along that frontal system originally, 15 to 20, even a little stronger than that at times. So it's even felt cooler than where we are. But there are big changes coming, and this is what we're looking at for our temperature forecast. So here's where we are now. You see the warm temperatures off to our southeast, the colder temperatures off to our northwest. We're certainly not warm here by any stretch. We'll advance these through to tonight. Temperatures are going to drop off into the 40s. We'll still stay pretty mild off to the southeast. This is the colder air back behind it, even colder than where we're at now. Now we'll forward this tomorrow. During the day, you'll see the warm air kind of retreats, except in our area. We stay in that cool dome of 40s. Tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, we cool down a little more, some upper 30s, mid 30s possible in some areas. On Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, that's some cold temperatures. Now we bring in some warmer air here on Wednesday. What happens is skies clear. Then Wednesday night, we bring the cold air back in. And then as we get into early Thursday morning, this is where we're going to have to watch for a widespread frost or possible freeze as these colder temperatures overtake a large portion of Nebraska and all of our area. So again, late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning is when we're going to have to be concerned about a possible freeze here in our area. Tonight, we have some clouds off and on. Clouds thicken up as we go through the evening, and then we bring showers in from the east, also from the northwest. Off and on, hit or miss showers. Low temperatures tonight, going to be pretty chilly into the upper 30s and low 40s out there. Now to tomorrow, we have showers off and on throughout the day. There may be a brief lull in the middle of the day where showers kind of break for a bit, only to push back in again along that frontal system, I think, late in the afternoon. Another round of some showers, hit or miss across the region. I don't think it's going to be overly heavy in any one location, just a cloudy, gloomy day. And then on into even Wednesday morning, we're going to have showers hanging around as well. Temps are still in the blue tomorrow as 51 in Cheyenne. That's the warmest reading by far. Only 39 for a high tomorrow in Lusk. So very cold temperatures here across the region, and we're not really going to change that much. Precip forecast, we have a few hundredths here in our area, a little more from Valentine to Mullen and the Sandhills. Some indications are some pockets of heavier rain over there, maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch in southern portions of the area and also in northern portions of the area. Right here in the valley, maybe just a slight lesser amount of rainfall. And, you know, it's not too early to start talking about some snowfall. All of our reporting stations are 0, but you'll notice late Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday morning, some snowfall maybe enough to accumulate here in portions of Niobrara County. Could we see some wet flakes of snow mixed in? Yeah, unfortunately, I do think we could as well. Off and on showers, especially late tonight. A low down around 42. For tomorrow, a cloudy, gloomy, cold day, to be quite frank with you. Highs only in the mid and upper 40s for us. East-northeast winds at 10 to 15 going to make it feel even colder than that. Our 7-day forecast has not much change in it. We are going to warm up a bit on Wednesday, get back into the 50s and low 60s, bring some breezes in here. We clear out. There's that Wednesday night right now. We're forecasting 29 for a low. Then on Thursday, we warm into the mid and upper 60s, into the low 70s Friday to cool back into the 60s for the weekend. We're not putting any big chances of rain here in the forecast beyond the next couple of days, but we sure could see some along a couple of frontal systems. I think especially that Sunday into Monday time frame could see some more showers as well.
Okay, nobody panic! Change the temperatures! We train for this!
These aren't your average squirt some sauce on them and call them barbecue sandwiches. The bacon is hand sprinkled with brown sugar, and the sauce is made with Kentucky bourbon aged in charred oak barrels, and the meats are perfectly smoked.
Oh no!
Arby's, we have the meats.
Buckspeed General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Buckspeed General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Welcome back. The Scottsbluff Police Department will be one of 26 participating agencies in Nebraska this year, working to help expand the awareness and efforts of breast cancer research by participating in the Pink Patch Project. Chief Kevin Spencer says during the month of October, his officers will be switching out their official agency patches and replacing them with the agency's official pink patch. Members of the public can support the Pink Patch Project by purchasing patches, t-shirts, and other items in person from Scottsbluff police officers, with 100% of all proceeds generated from this campaign going to the Festival of Hope, which the Scottsbluff Police Department selected as their nonprofit entity that supports cancer research and prevention. Well, the Nebraska Department of Correctional Services says an inmate injured during a prison assault earlier this month at the prison in Tecumseh has died. 40-year-old Anthony Davis, who was serving 3 life terms, died on Saturday at the Lincoln Hospital, where he had been treated since the September 16th assaults. Davis was sentenced in 2014 for the 2012 home invasion shooting deaths of 44-year-old Miguel Avalos and his 2 sons. All 3 were shot after Davis broke into their homes to steal drugs and money. And the Wyoming Department of Corrections has confirmed that escaped inmate Jason Green has been apprehended in Mesquite, Texas. Inmate Robert Simpson remains at large and is potentially still in that area or greater Dallas-Fort Worth. Texas authorities responded to a suspicious person call in the early morning hours of Sunday, and police observed 2 individuals running from the location on foot. Green was captured, but the other individual, believed to be Simpson, got away. The 2 escaped from the Wyoming Honor Conservation Camp in Newcastle last Sunday, stole a WDOC truck, and abandoned it in Laramie before stealing a Subaru and heading south to Texas. Well, straight ahead, Scottsbluff and Gering squared off on the gridiron Friday night. Chris Cottrell will have all the highlights right after this on KNEB.TV Sports.
We've been an Allo customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and Allo.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed.
It was a game changer.
Allo came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew Allo is the company that I wanted to stick with.
Bye, Mom. Have fun.
Maybe next weekend.
Don't put off till next weekend what you can enjoy doing today. With the affordable John Deere 3E series, you can handle any job on your property and turn that chore list from to-do to done.
Looks like we had nothing to worry about.
Nothing runs like a Deere.
Visit 21st Century Equipment in Alliance, Torrington, Scottsbluff, and Bridgeport, or visit 21stcenturyequipment.com.
It's the time of the year again for the Platte Valley Company's Star Student of the Week. Last year, we traveled across the Panhandle and into eastern Wyoming to recognize over 50 students for their achievements in and out of the classroom. Let's revisit what they had to say.
Back in October, Gering Junior High School student Kelsey Brady was nominated for turning adversity into opportunity. She broke her arm on the third day of the volleyball season, but rather than throwing in the towel, she helped out by acting as the team manager.
So Kelsey, I'm curious, what caused you to want to continue to help the team after you broke your arm?
Well, I was kind of excited for junior high because of volleyball, and I thought since I broke my arm, I didn't want to just give up and not be on the team. I wanted to help out and cheer on the team, give them some good support for the year.
To nominate a deserving K-12 student to be recognized for being a star student, you can find nomination forms online at www.pvbank.com.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
The Crosstown rivalry, well, it went as expected this past Friday night. It's front and center here on today's update at the TV Sports Desk. On a rainy night at Memorial Field in Gering this past Friday evening, it really wasn't a masterpiece on either side. A penalty-filled game that gave us the outcome most. We're expecting a big Scottsbluff win over the Gering Bulldogs. No surprise, especially with poor weather, Scottsbluff kept the ball on the ground early and often with Sebastian Harsh and Jacob Kruhl. Gering gave a little bit of early resistance, but eventually the Cats' first drive ends with a Harsh short touchdown run. 6-0, Scottsbluff leads early on. After a couple more rushing touchdowns from Harsh and Kruhl, it was the Cats getting fullback Josiah Diolis involved. First on the direct snap, he takes it inside the 5, then the short touchdown plunge for Diolis. Already 28-0 and midway through the second quarter. Scottsbluff trying to tack on a little bit more as they stay on the ground. Harsh barrels his way inside the 5-yard line, and then it's Kruhl scoring for the second time in the game. 35-0, and one more score gives the Cats the running clock to start the second half. And a few minutes before halftime, it's Kruhl for a third time. 42-0, Scottsbluff leads over the Bulldogs at the break. Kruhl goes for nearly 200 rushing. Harsh for near 150 as the Cats pile up over 400 yards on the ground in the game. Late in this contest, and it's Gering trying to avoid the shutout, able to move the ball down the field a little bit here with kids like sophomore Eli Thompson and junior running back Brady Rudzimski. Eventually, Rudzimski with the 9-yard touchdown run to get the Bulldogs on the board with their lone score of the night. In the second half, it went in a hurry, no doubt about that. 42-7 the final with that running clock. The Bearcats improved to 5-0, and Gering falls to 1-4. This Friday, Gering heads to play at Lexington. Scottsbluff treks to Sydney. We'll have high school volleyball tomorrow on both TV and radio here at the station. Our TV match features Scottsbluff hosting state-ranked Sydney as Scottsbluff continues to search for their first win over an in-state team. Sydney's coming off a runner-up finish at the York tournament this past weekend. Also tomorrow, to be radio only for Gearing home against Ogallala. The Bulldogs have dropped 7 of their last 8 matches overall on the air. And WNCC sports from the weekend, pretty solid effort overall. Volleyball able to start conference play with a pair of road wins at Trinidad and Otero. And men's and women's soccer, they had home matches when it combined 3-1 up at the Landers Complex against Gillette and Sheridan College. That's the latest today. That'll do it from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan comes back in just a moment to check out the KNEB.com community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for 2. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Did the extreme weather this summer do damage to your home? Call Roofing Plus today. Let Luke Shaneman and his team get your home back and family back to normal. Licensed and insured, call Roofing Plus today and Luke will get you scheduled for your free and easy inspection and see if you qualify for a new roof, siding, or gutters. The Roofing Plus team can be there in days, not months. Call Roofing Plus today, 308-440-6387.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we know when you need a loan, time is of the essence. We are locally owned with decisions made right here at the bank. Our lenders are experienced, efficient individuals who are committed to our customers. Our flexible lending policies make it possible to fulfill loan requests, big or small, quickly. Whether you want to purchase a car, home, or even start a business, our committed associates are here to help. Stop into any location today and see what Platte Valley Bank can do for you.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff Police Department is gearing up for their 5th Coffee with the Cop event later this week. On Wednesday morning from 7 to 9, police officers will meet with locals at Bluff's Bakery on Broadway. Fresh Brewed Joe, a box of donuts, and open lines of communication are what these events are all about. Captain Tony Straub says the goal is to allow police officers to interact with people on a personal level.
You know, many times during the course of our duties, it's a tenuous situation. So this just allows our officers and community members to come together over a cup of coffee, discuss things that concern them, and get to know each other a little bit better.
Wednesday's event will coincide with the National Coffee with the Cop Day, and the Scottsbluff Police Department will set up additional forums like this over the next 12 months at different locations around town. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you here next time.